welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are taking a closer look at a real giant in the supplement world, Opti-Men Multivitamin by Optimum Nutrition.
Yeah, this is a big one. It's owned by Glambia, an Irish multinational, and they've built what's basically a billion-dollar empire on this promise of, premium quality.
Exactly. And they market this specific product as a nutrient optimization system. I mean, it has 75 ingredients, comes with a premium price tag.
It does.
So our mission today is to dig into the source material and uncover what some have called the B6 danger that might be hiding inside all that optimization.
And you really don't have to dig far. I mean, the most shocking detail is right there on the label.
Oh, yeah.
You look at the supplement facts, and this number just jumps out at you. For vitamin B6, a single serving has 2,500% of the recommended daily allowance.
Wait, say that again? 2,500.
2,500%. We're talking 25 times what your body actually needs.
Ah. Okay, so let's break that down because a percentage like that sounds kind of abstract. How much B6 are we supposed to get and how much is actually in these pills?
Right. So the RDA, the recommended amount, is just a tiny 1.3 milligrams. Opti-Men delivers 50 milligrams in every serving.
50? Wow.
And what's interesting here is that nutritionists, experts from places like Cornell, have been warning about megadose vitamins for a long time. They can be harmful. But with B6, the danger is very specific.
Which is?
Peripheral neuropathy, it's nerve damage, it causes things like numbness, tingling, sometimes sharp pain, usually starting in your hands and feet.
But don't you just pee out the extra B vitamins? I always thought that was the whole thing with them.
Most of them, yes. And you're basically just paying to make very expensive urine. But B3 is different. At high doses, it can actually be toxic.
Hold on, though. I've looked into this a bit. And the clinical studies usually point to damage happening with, like, long-term intake over 250 milligrams a day.
Yeah.
Opti-Men is at 50, so is this really an alarm bell situation?
That's a great question, and it's the critical detail. While 250 is that big, scary number, our sources point out that some people develop symptoms, potentially permanent symptoms, at doses as low as 10 to 50 milligrams a day.
So Opti-Men is right in that lower-end danger zone.
Exactly. And we know this is a real concern because regulatory bodies are noticing. Australia's Therapeutic Goods Administration, their version of the FDA, they recently had to slash their safe B6 limits because they were getting so many reports of this exact kind of nerve damage.
Okay, so the ingredients are a potential chemical risk. But what about the physical product? For a premium price, you'd expect, perfect manufacturing.
You would think so, right. But the sources show that this billion-dollar brand has been having some major quality control problems that they completely contradict that premium reputation.
What kind of problems?
Well, starting around 2022, if you look at Amazon, you'll see hundreds of reviews from people saying the tablets are just crumbling, falling apart right after they open the bottle.
And we're not just talking about them being a bit dusty, are we? The descriptions I saw were pretty dramatic.
Oh, not at all. People were describing the pills splitting into what they called razor-sharp fragments. I mean, can you imagine? And leaving this powder residue that coated all their other pills in their weekly organizers.
That sounds like a disaster.
Yeah.
Less like a premium supplement and more like something you'd get from a sketchy discount bin.
It really does. And Optimum Nutrition, they did acknowledge the problem. They blamed it on moisture exposure and promised they'd adjust the formula.
And did they?
They did, but according to many longtime users, the reformulation actually made the quality issues even worse. So these are basic manufacturing flaws that have been going on for years, all while they're still charging a premium price.
So after all this, what's the final verdict for someone who's just trying to, be healthy?
Well, our analysis is that Opti-Men, while it's a legitimate product, it really shows the fundamental flaw in the whole mega-dose supplement industry.
And that flaw is?
You're paying top dollar for these mostly ineffective proprietary blends.
It's just that term that means the company doesn't have to tell you exactly how much of certain ingredients are in there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you add that to the unnecessarily high and potentially dangerous B6 levels, plus years of these manufacturing problems, you start to wonder.
You just get a cheaper, simpler multivitamin.
Right. Something like a standard Centrum gives you what you need without forcing your body to deal with a potential toxicity risk.
Which brings us to our final thought for you to take away. At what point does this whole pursuit of optimization, the thing these high-end companies market so heavily, when does it actually cross the line and become a counterproductive health risk?
It's a good question to ask. Always question that more is better strategy.